So, what makes this the ultimate productivity setup? Well, many factors, but it all depends on what you define productivity is and how to best serve that purpose. So I'm going to establish that now so that the setup makes sense. The goal behind a productivity setup is to maximize flexibility without compromising on efficiency. In plain words, having something that can do a little bit of everything with the least amount of stuff. That's my personal definition for it. That's the motto behind the setup, and that's the definition that outlines this video. This is Productivity Setup version 1. What's up guys, it's JD from JDTechGear and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something new to the channel. We're diving more into the category of setups, which is actually more along the lines of what I originally based my channel off of, but that's beside the point. The setup here can be looked at as some sort of starter kit, place to get your ideas and spark a foundation for organizing and developing your productivity setup. Everything else here is interchangeable with preference, of course, but this is my personal preference. So let's start with the layout. With a productivity setup, I'm trying to keep the look and feel as clean as possible. Everything is organized in such a way to help adapt to different types of work. So say you're doing schoolwork or paperwork, you want to have the desk space to accommodate for that, or maybe you want to watch a movie and don't want a distracting cluttered desk filled with RGB LEDs. The list can go on in specifics, but the idea here is to keep it clean, keep it free of distraction, and allow the possibility of change. Here we've got a standard straight desk from IKEA. Not that it really matters that it came from IKEA. All that matters is that it's a straight desk. You can go with an L desk if you need some extra space for a printer or books or something of the like, but a straight desk will do the job just fine here. This is a Linbon Surface desk, so using a wireless mouse will track just fine on the bare surface. There's a wireless keyboard and mouse up at the front of the desk to clear the desk of wires and clutter and free up more desk space. There's a pair of headphones off to the rear right corner, placed on its own stand. If you want to maximize the desk space, you could go with a headphone hanger that attaches underneath the desk. Personally, I like having the headphones on the desk here, as without it, the desk would look a little bit more barren. Lastly, there's a monitor towards the back and a smart reading lamp up on top. Plain and simple, there's no speakers on the desk and the desktop is located beneath the desk. So would that be like a desk's bottom? Not funny. You could add a drink coaster with this desk if you wanted to and have that layout without compromising on space efficiency too much. So what's the tech that we're rocking here? Let's start with the mouse. It's a Logitech G602, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but here's a basic rundown. It's fully wireless and uses a USB receiver to connect with. It has macro buttons on the side that can be assigned with Logitech software, and the mouse tracks very well overall. You can do some light gaming with it if you want, and it increases productivity with the macros. For example, assigning cut, copy, and paste to make data entry really easy. The G602 doesn't leave any scuffs on the surface and glides pretty smoothly. Next, we've got the Drevo Joyuse Ultra Slim mechanical keyboard. Yeah, that's a mechanical keyboard. It's incredibly well made, very enjoyable to type on, has white LEDs to see all the keys no matter what time of day, and it comes in multiple switches. Here I'm using red switches. The keyboard has a numpad and other function keys, but it is compact in size. This helps minimize desk space usage without sacrificing the productivity end of things in terms of having all your key functionality. It connects via Bluetooth, but can be plugged in and used as a wired keyboard if you decide to do some mild gaming. If you want to find out more about it, I've got a full review on it. For audio, we've got the Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs. These are incredibly popular and offer amazing sound replication without distorting the audio levels too much to the bass. They offer great sound isolation, and comfort is overall good for a couple hours depending on head size and shape. For the money, they offer a lot in quality and offer a great solution for your PC. I'm sure you've heard of them before, so I'm going to keep it pretty brief. Next up is the BenQ ScreenBar. This is actually incredibly helpful. The idea behind it is that it's a smart reading lamp without taking up the desk space of a reading lamp itself, and it does it very well. Construction quality is phenomenal, and it's completely sturdy even when sitting on top of the monitor. There's several touchscreen controls on top, which gives you all the control you need over a reading lamp. The brightness and color adjustment, automatic adjustment, and the power button. So it's incredibly easy to use and gave me no hiccups while using it too. If you use the auto adjust button, it will auto adjust the brightness and warmth based on the amount of light in the surrounding area. The warmth adjustment is very nice to have, especially for late nights while having it in use. You don't want the LED to be at the coolest setting since the blue light keeps you awake rather than the warm light allowing for more natural light, making it easier to fall asleep after you're done working. So you can adjust the angle of the light to your preference. The light bar is shaped so that it keeps as much light as possible off the monitor to minimize glare. The screen bar is powered with a USB cord, so you won't need another power cord going to an outlet, which is nice. I know a reading lamp bar might not sound that exciting, but it is very useful in many ways that people can appreciate for doing late night paperwork or just seeing their keyboard if their keyboard has no LEDs built into it already. The next piece of tech is the Pixio PX2 PX276. It's bezel-less, it's matte, it has VESA support, it's plain awesome. The PX276 is a 27-inch 2560 by 1440p 144Hz 1 millisecond response time TN panel monitor. It's built for gaming obviously, but it has great features that make it great for productivity. The size of the monitor offers great real estate and doesn't stretch out the pixels with the 1440p resolution to back it up. The refresh rate and response time might be overkill for a productivity setup, but what if you decide to whip out your gaming keyboard and mouse for more serious gaming and have the monitor to use? You can find a very decent keyboard and mouse for around $60 combined, so it is definitely a possibility to have that on the backup. If you don't plan on doing that, I can see why this monitor is a bit of overkill for productivity. But the small bezels and matte finish on the screen still give it a clean look, but offers the flexibility for gaming at the same time. Of course, this is a TN panel, so the colors won't be as accurate as an IPS panel, nor have the same viewing angles, of course. But surprisingly, the viewing angles are quite good on this monitor. I have another TN panel that I use, but it grays out as soon as you look off to the side of the screen, so this does that pretty well. The monitor retails for about $320, but offers a lot for an intense gaming monitor. I personally like it for this setup because it goes with what I mentioned in the beginning of the video, flexibility. It's pretty good for productivity and very good for gaming. You can find something that's a little bit more in the middle of the road type of monitor, but I've come to like this one a lot. Plus, it has VESA support if you decide to mount it, and the stand it comes with is solid metal and sturdy. For me, this setup offers a lot while keeping it minimal. There's not a bunch of stuff on the desk, and it gives you decent flexibility for what you need. Use the setup as a starter kit that is more tailored to what you need. For my college career and work life, this setup works incredibly well while catering to my gaming needs to an extent, of course. I love the lack of clutter and the offering of the lamp bar and wireless mouse and keyboard. If I need to place a bunch of books down, I can move the keyboard and mouse over without worrying about wires being attached. If I want to watch a movie or need to crunch numbers in an Excel sheet or MATLAB file, I have the screen real estate and high resolution to do it. A flexible and clean setup, plain and simple. This is Productivity Setup V1. I hope you all enjoyed this type of video, and let me know if you enjoyed this video and the product showcase. I'll definitely be down for doing more setups to do in the future, perhaps a strict gaming setup or natural setup. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. If you're new here and you want to see more videos like this one, consider subscribing and checking out the rest of the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.